Hello everyone, I'm Maria Martin. It's a Saturday in June, which means typically we'd be talking all about Atlanta Braves baseball and Major League Baseball in general. We're still having those conversations, it's just they look a little bit different right now than they normally would. MLB and the MLB PA still at a standstill when it comes to the restart of baseball, and we're in the 5th week of negotiations, not to mention that it's about to get a little more complicated. Positive coronavirus cases have affected several Major League Baseball franchises, and now all of the training camps in both Arizona and Florida will temporarily close for a deep cleaning. All of the players must test negative before they return, and some reports have even indicated that the teams will move back to their home facilities instead of being in those two states.